Pleasant good evening once again to all of my fans across the globe. It is my pleasure to be back with you. Our last video was done 2 weeks ago. And I would like you to remember we are committed to this work and we will always be here with you. So welcome to our channel, and you know the normal format that we will normally use is to share motivational word, is to tell you about our services, do the presentation, and give you a reminder once again about what we offer to you. So my motivational word to you this evening is simply, let us give thanks for the life that we possess. COVID-19 has contributed to millions of deaths. The pandemic is in its third year, and we are still standing no matter the difficulties we may be encountering. So let's give thanks for life. I encourage you to make your contribution, and most importantly, when you are making that contribution, ensure that you can make a positive difference. So once again, give thanks for life. I encourage your contribution, and most importantly, make a positive difference to life. So as usual, we remind you that we offer a range of services. We offer one-on-one coaching. We offer one-on-one and group counseling, also group coaching, and a range of courses covering leadership, entrepreneurship, psychology, sociology, among a host of other areas. We also remind you of our ongoing courses, our 4-week public speaking course entitled The Fundamentals of Public Speaking, going at $1,200 for students and $1,800 for the general public. We also remind you of our ongoing 10-week course, The Fundamentals of Psychology, at $3,800, which you can pay in 1, 2 parts, 3 parts, or we are so interested in you doing the course, we can also organize a 4-part payment. We also have another ongoing course, 4 weeks or so, Mastering Emotional Intelligence and Becoming Emotionally Resilient. And that course goes at $1,800 for students, $2,500 for the general public. For groups of 5, $7,500. So in that way you get a discount of $1,000, and you will get it at $1,500 per head once it's a group of 5. So all you got to do is give us a call at 1-868-778-5141, 1-868-779-2544, or email us at leadershipwithadifference@gmail.com. So, having done the motivational word and reminded you of our services, I now will get into the presentation. So once again, I, Imo Rameses Bakari, your psychologist and life coach. It is my desire for you to go higher. It is my desire for you to go higher, so that you can unleash your fire. That's my desire. So welcome, welcome, welcome once again. So the last presentation we focused on the family. And I will continue today, albeit a little briefer, in leaving a very important message. And the question I'm asking to you, can the family survive? So we have many issues impacting family life in a negative way that we'll discuss in the last presentation. And I started off today's presentation through the motivational word in stating to you that we should be thankful for life. Because all of us, as we go through life, as we navigate life, we will have had challenging moments. As you know, life is not a continuum without back and forth. And in human development, we have continuous development and we have discontinuous development. But for development to really worth its while, it is important sometimes to suffer setbacks and disappointment, where we develop stronger characters, where we develop resilience, and where our development may experience exponential growth because of the many lessons learned from our setbacks or negative experiences. So when we talk about being thankful for life, is that no matter what, life continues. Even when we leave life, life still continues. But once we are alive, we have overcome a lot of challenges. And when I activated this channel in terms of weekly presentation, the very first presentation I did was entitled Cultivating Hope. So once there is life, there are many possibilities that can ensue from the life that we possess. So wise hope is not a process. Once we are living, once we are thinking, once we are willing to put in the work and to push forward, there are many possibilities that we can transform into greater opportunities. So what I would like to reference when I ask the question, can the family survive, is that notwithstanding the challenges, notwithstanding the many forces positively and negatively impacting family life, we are still standing. If I draw a reference to many persons within the African diaspora across the globe, our ancestors were dehumanized, stripped of culture, stripped of religion. Families were separated and put among other families. People of different linguistic traditions were mixed together, all in an attempt to nullify communication, all in an attempt to dehumanize. But you know what? Notwithstanding all of that, we were able to survive. And we, the descendants today, are testimony that their struggles, those who lost lives in the Middle Passage, those who survived and were brutalized to the extreme, those families where wives were, taken away from husbands, where females were without permission raped and humiliated in all different forms, where males were used as stunts in terms of perpetuating a production line for producing strong-bred slaves. Amidst all of that, we were able to survive. When we think of the late great Frederick Douglass out of the United States of America, a former slave who rose to the legislature, who was self-taught, who became a renowned printer, journalist, and, as I said a while ago, part of the legislature in the United States government structure. So that is in fact testimony of the greatness of our people to rise over difficulties. When you think of the fact that the steel band is the only musical instrument of the 20th century, and notwithstanding the brutality that was slavery, that experience with our ancestors being transported across the seas, birthed the steel pan on the plantation, birthed calypso, birthed jazz, and many other musical forms that today bring great joy to so many across the globe. So, if our ancestors could have survived slavery, if our ancestors could have survived indentureship, if our ancestors could have survived so many other challenges that they were subjected to beyond human comprehension, and yet their children are still standing today. Yes, there are many challenges. Yes, there has been psychic destruction in terms of a loss of identity. Because as we all know, we have recently in Trinidad and Tobago a furor over names and name calling and identity in a very destructive manner. But in a positive vein, the fact that you can identify yourself properly is also aligning yourself with a history not arising out of the brutality of the slave experience, but a history that preceded that of greatness and great achievements, and also a history where with proper names you can identify yourself in keeping with heritage, ancestry, and tradition. So family life is very important in fostering all of these things: tradition, heritage, culture, stability of life, and advancement in life. Many of our children from our ancestors have made contributions in every form and fashion that the world has taken notice of. Whether it's sport, whether it's engineering, whether it's culture, you name it. And the many names of those people, it proves the point. Whether it's in cricket, you think of Brian Lara, athletics, Usain Bolt, music, then Bugsy Sharp, Aretha Franklin, you name them, right? Our ancestors who were deposited in different parts of the globe gave rise to her children making these kinds of contributions. And when we go back into ancient history, we know that we are in fact the chosen one in the context of being great contributors, being here as the first of humankind and contributing in a very mighty way. When we think of Imhotep, the multi-genius, the physician, the doctor, long before the Greeks practiced medicine, we are indeed from a lineage of greatness. But that greatness is not to put ourselves above anyone else, but just to show the power that if we exist, and as I said in the beginning, if there is life, there is much to be thankful for. So the challenges and the problems that exist within families of all groupings in the world, they are not insurmountable. We need to have the commitment towards facing them. We need to pull our minds together to find solutions, and we got to ensure that we strengthen it in every possible way. Some very fundamental things that must be done, because remember, there's a lot of talk about parenting. But when we think about parenting, we know that there is no manual for it. So it means that greater effort must be put into it in terms of equipping people. So professionals in the field of psychology, sociology, you name it, in those behavioral areas, need to play a greater role, where families can be afforded the opportunity to be counseled and coached, where family life studies should be a compulsory subject from primary school right up to the tertiary level, where there should be in all nations of the world ministries of family affairs, family commissions, and a concerted effort both at the formal and informal level to strengthen people and give them the opportunity to have a stable family life. Some of the basic ingredients are ensuring that people are meaningfully employed, ensuring that people have avenues to socialize and recreate themselves, because after all, we are social beings. And in terms of Trinidad and Tobago, in terms of the Caribbean, ensuring that different groups can interact and learn from each other, all of that will help relations, all of that will help to build others, all contributing directly and indirectly to a stronger family life. So my simple message to you today, this very short message for today's presentation, is no matter the challenges we have faced, no matter the challenges we will face, no matter the atrocities that our ancestors faced, we have survived. And having survived, it is now a great opportunity to make the very best contribution that we can possibly make. So we need to make the best effort that we can make. We need governments to put infrastructure in place to support family life. We need religious bodies to do more than they are doing to foster healthy family living. We need behavioral specialists to go beyond the call of duty and just from a mere singular professional point of view in serving the community. We need the role of our elders in sharing their knowledge and experience to help mold and support the young people, because we know the challenges are many. The influence of peers, the influence of the media, the influence of social media, the many lines of attack from the internet, they are coming fast and furious. But if we commit ourselves, if we become our brother's keepers, if we support each other, if we are interested in showing that the human race becomes stronger, every one of us will become active agents in the quest for stronger family life. So as I said in the beginning, once we are alive, there is an opportunity for several possibilities, including having stronger family life. So let us make a greater effort, and let us ensure that we can live a more cohesive existence and fight back against the many dark areas that we are now confronted with. I thank you and I remind you that we are available to serve you through coaching, we are available to serve you through counseling, and through our ongoing courses. Give us a call at 1-868-778-5141, 1-868-779-2544, or email us at leadershipwithadifference@gmail.com. Remember to hit the subscribe button. Remember to leave a comment. Remember to share the video, to look at our videos, encourage your friends and family to support this channel as we help us to become a very formidable channel on the globe. So I thank you for listening and stay tuned for another powerful presentation next week, please God. So take care in the meantime, between time. Thank you, and I will see you soon.